Initially, obviously, the lockdown took us all by surprise, and it was for the first three weeks to a month period, we were all trying to work out logistically how we were going to manage the cases going forward. Hugh James is a top 100 law firm based in Cardiff and London. We offer a full range of legal services, both to individual clients and to commercial clients. I'm pleased to be the head of one of the largest clinical negligence teams in Wales, and now a team which is gaining in its national reputation. When COVID hit in March, the key thing for me looking at the team's work was to have an understanding of what the court was going to do, because the court is clearly the driver for all of those cases that we had, particularly those in the acute stages, where we issued proceedings and we were looking to drive to settlement and or trial. Astonishingly, we were able to progress. And it was. I mean, I was sceptical that it would be business as usual, but looking back on it, it was. We achieved business as usual in very unusual circumstances. For example, we had a trial in person in the Royal Courts of Justice, a cerebral palsy trial, in circumstances where we had witnesses giving evidence remotely, but some witnesses in person. We overcame a huge number of obstacles in that case and succeeded. We also had a number of successes at mediation, remote mediation, which looks terribly difficult logistically when you look at what you have to do to set something like that up. What my concern is now looking forward is that we have had this period where it's been difficult to investigate the cases in the investigative stages. So, for example, where you need to have a patient seen in order to make an assessment of causation and make an assessment of condition and prognosis, quantify the claim. It's been very difficult to get in-person examinations undertaken. Some have been possible, but some have been more difficult and some have been compromised. So I think we may well see a time lag in those cases, whereas those cases that were more advanced, perhaps where all of the expert evidence has been got in, have gone pretty much at a normal pace. Certainly, after the event insurance has been hugely important in terms of access to justice since legal aid has been rolled back. And if there was a contraction in the after the event insurance market, it would be hugely unfortunate in terms of accessing justice going forward. And I think being able to have premiums that are competitive, particularly given that additional liabilities are now deducted from damages and can affect, therefore, the amount that is available to put the patient back into the position that they would have been in had the injury not occurred. That it is important that there is a competitive AT market there, and there is a concern if the AT market contracts as a result of a downturn in the economy, then you would be concerned that cases that have got merit and should be brought may not see light of day.